Just signed up to run a half marathon after taking 10 years off from long distance running because I was dealing with hair loss, gut issues, hormone problems. And it actually was never the running that caused all of these health issues. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit I fell into, also if you want the recipe for the gluten-free breakfast quesadilla, if you want the recipe for the gluten-free breakfast quesadilla, comment below. I will post that for you. But I kind of fell into this messaging that don't do intense exercise, it's bad for your hormones. Don't run too fast because your ovaries will fall out, your uterus will just plop right out of your body. I feel almost embarrassed to admit that I fell into this like cortisol camp of people only do Pilates, only walk, only do yoga because those are the exercises that are best for your hormones. But I want to explain why that is a half truth. I went from being someone who would run anywhere between 3 to 7 miles every single day to developing hair loss, gut issues, chronic health issues, and literally swung to the other side of the pendulum of being extremely sedentary because I thought, oh, like my joints hurt, I need rest. My hair's falling out, I need rest. Like I just need more rest. During this 2-year period where I was basically just walking and just doing gentle movement and yoga, that's when I was my sickest. I don't know if you know this, but being sedentary, like very sedentary behavior is very inflammatory for your body. It's also on the opposite side of the spectrum. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. On the opposite side of the spectrum, running 7 miles a day and not knowing how to fuel your body appropriately. You could be eating the healthiest, cleanest, gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, whole foods, all of the things. But if the quantity of food isn't large enough, you know how much food you need to eat if you're running 7, 8 miles a day. When I look back, I was massively under fueling my runs. Back in college, I would have like a large Dunkin' iced coffee the size of my head. I would forget to eat all day. And then I had a waitressing job at Applebee's. So after class, I would go to Applebee's. I would run around, probably walk 15,000 steps at my serving job. And then I would eat like a quesadilla or like soft pretzels or something. And then on top of that, running like 6 or 7 miles a day was insane. And I'm like, why am I bloated? Why am I constipated? Why is my hair falling out? Why do I feel tired all the time? Because I was not fueling my body appropriately for my activity level. I've been posting on my Instagram stories about running this half marathon, and I'm getting so many questions like, should I run if I have PCOS? Should I run if I have Hashimoto's? Should I run if I have a thyroid issue? I was told running is going to spike my cortisol. That's going to throw all of my hormones out of whack. But what you need to understand is the thing that absolutely will spike your cortisol, and cortisol is chronically high, which cortisol is meant to be higher in the morning, lower in the evening. We're meant to have ebbs and flows of cortisol. We don't want cortisol to be chronically high. Cortisol will be chronically high, which will leave you puffy and inflamed if you are not fueling appropriately. For reference, I am 5'8" and 5'8", 30 years old, and I'm strength training 3 to 4 days a week, running 3 to 4 days a week. I'm eating around 3,000 calories a day to fuel that activity level. And if I were working out this much, eating even 2,000 calories, my cortisol would be going through the roof because over exercising and under eating is a recipe for high cortisol. And that's why when I'm working with people as a nutritional therapist, I see a lot of people, women specifically, that get stuck on these like low calorie diets and they're exercising regularly. They're eating maybe like 1,700 calories for years and years and years and years on end, and they feel puffy, they feel inflamed, they're having hormonal issues. And the hormones are really just mirroring the volume of food that you are eating is too small for your activity level, which is going to make cortisol rise. Oh my gosh, look at this. It was never running that was the issue. It was just under fueling. If you're dealing with hair loss, that's a big indicator you might be under fueling. Constipation, under fueling. Low energy, under fueling. Sugar cravings, under fueling. Hormonal issues, under fueling, especially missing periods and missing cycles.